The age-old question, Wilko. Did Marilyn Manson remove a rib to...
If you went to my high school, the answer is abso-freaking-lutely. He absolutely did. That was the only thing that we talked about for years. Well, we know what Marilyn Manson did, right? He got rid of this one so we could do that.
It's one of those age-old questions, chicken or egg? Removal of rib. It's a weird thing that got around high schools in the 2000s, and we wanted to talk about this on the show because it's so universal, this rumour, that Marilyn Manson, who, if you don't know, is he's a singer, but like a screamy one.
He's
like
a musician.
It's hard to say like a screamy one is he screamy? I don't know if I've ever really heard Marilyn Manson's music. I just knew him as Dita Von Teese's boyfriend.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson, Dita Von Teese, but also Marilyn Manson was a symbol for gothic.
Gothic?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was with Evan Rachel Wood for a long time, a really long time.
Shut up, they were together.
Yeah, she came out and said some not glowing things about him.
Oh, that's not good.
And then a lot of people were like, what? Not him. So
No, not our Marilyn.
No, not that guy. That creepy looking guy. Not that guy, you mean, is not that nice of a guy.
Isn't it crazy? Like Marilyn is like, to me, such a quintessential old lady name. And like Marilyn Manson, I never question it until this very second that Marilyn is like, you know, stereotypically an older woman's name. Yeah. Yeah. It's so like Marilyn Manson. It's at school we never questioned it. We were just like, ooh, scary dude.
No.
Scary dude wouldn't want to fight with him. Like
Scary
he removed
dude.
a rib to suck his own knob. That's hectic.
But have you seen him like as a normie? He looks like Nick Cage.
Oh, no, I haven't. I don't go around just looking at Marilyn Manson
He looks
pics.
like Nick Cage.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's quite...
So not
it's
normal.
quite uncanny.
Whatever normal may be, but not. You know what I mean?
I mean without all of the
show, all the pizzazz.
White face makeup.
Yeah.
The show, the pizzazz. So
Why?
in
So
high
we're talking about
school,
high school law. Is that what we're talking about?
High school law.
Oh, great.
High school law. Not L-A-W,
L-O-R-E.
L-O-R-E.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Welcome to the show,
Hey,
Chandler.
Chatty!
So high school law was an interesting thing. Rumours would get around the school and no one knew where they started and no one knew who was spreading them, but they always got to you and they were the same across the high schools. And it actually didn't matter where you lived. So when I was looking into this rumour about Marilyn Manson removing a rib so he could suck his own penis. What is it called? Autofellatio?
Well, I love that you know the term for it.
I've done my research. I'm a journalist. I'm not a journalist. Please don't come for me. I don't have a degree. I learned that term, autofellatio, and it was the rumor that he did this. And when I was looking at like Reddit pages and stuff, this rumor everywhere.
Really? So
the
it wasn't just in our high schools.
World.
It's
it
not
was
like
not just in our high schools.
The east coast of Australia copped it.
Nope. No. It was because we were at least close by.
Yeah, we would have been
like Central Coast, Sydney.
Yeah,
an hour and a half away from each other. So it's not like a huge distance for that rumour to travel. But this rumour was worldwide. Like people on Reddit were saying like, oh, I'm in Sweden. We heard that one. Like I'm in Germany. We heard that one. Everywhere heard this rumour.
Who started it? Well, firstly, is it true?
Yeah. Okay, well, I've got Marilyn Manson confirming or denying.
On the phone?
On an old radio show on the phone. He's on the phone right now. Marilyn Manson, do suck your own dick. on an old radio show here in Australia, Nova. I think it's Smallsy's surgery.
This is the first time I've ever had a chance to speak to you, and I thought it would be great to play a game with Manson called Rumour or Facts. Where
Look, that's Nick Cage.
No doubt you have heard every single potential thing ever written or said about you in the years that you've been doing music, right?
Possibly. There might be new ones.
Okay, well I've trawled the internet, and you know what the internet is home of? Anything that can't be substantiated. So I thought, instead of reading rumors on the internet, let's go straight to the source with Manson and play the game Rumour or Fact.
I didn't remove my rib.
Well, no, that's
I wasn't on a Wonder Years.
There you
go. Okay, well,
you can stock those two out.
That was
those
okay.
ones are easy.
Okay, those two are too easy, right?
Wow. So
So
not
he
true.
knew it. It was not just Australian East Coast high schools. He had heard it. It had travelled the world. So here's the interesting thing. It seems to be that the same rumour goes through high schools, but it's a different artist depending on the decade.
No, it's just Marilyn Manson. Who else has had their rib removed to blow themselves?
Apparently, in the 80s, this rumour got around, and it was someone called Mark Almond.
Oh, why do I know that name? Mark
Almond.
Let me look that up.
That name was not familiar to me at all. Oh, he's got a bit of a Marilyn Manson look,
okay.
To be fair.
It's from Soft Cell, Tainted Love.
He's Soft Cell, yeah. Oh, Tainted Love.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the 80s, apparently he removed a rib to suck his own dick.
Oh.
And another funny thing, this is one more, but there were others, but another funny one, and I do remember this one very vaguely, but it wasn't the one. The one for our high school was Marilyn, like hands down. But someone wrote that it was Prince at their school, and he got semen poisoning for doing it too much. Which you probably would, wouldn't you? Because you'd be...
Can you... Now I have to Google another thing. I'm so sorry, Wackett. Yeah, I need to Google it. And not because I'm worried. Okay.
You're not doing it that often.
No, let's not get into my love life, but I'm not big on it. You know what I mean? Like I had an experience with
An experience.
Yeah. And that kind of turned me off it. Can you get semen poisoned? No, you cannot get poisoned from semen. No. So that's not true.
Okay, great.
So we've put that to bed,
totally
guys.
False.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who maybe panicked for a hot second because they were like, wow, I put my mouth around
Prince
a lot
rest
of
in
ends.
peace.
Yeah, but no, that's not true.
I thought of a couple of other high school laws that I had heard
Yeah.
that I was sure in school were true. And then as I grew older, I was like, oh, I've heard that. I think that's just law. One of them for me was... there was the story was one of the girls from the high school, and no one ever said who, but she was just in an older grade. She was just older than us, like whatever. She was at a guy's house, and the story sometimes was that she'd slept over there. The story sometimes was that like they'd just had sex for the first time or something.
Yeah.
You know, it
evolves.
Kind of changed a bit over time. Yeah, it evolves. Details get added by the creatives of the schoolyard, you know, the people who are probably writers now. Anyway, the story is that she goes and uses the toilet and she does a poo. And the toilet doesn't flush.
Oh.
And so she can't get the toilet to flush, and she's nervous about leaving the poo because she doesn't want the boy to know she poos because girls don't poo,
That's
obviously.
true. Yeah.
And so she finds a plastic bag to dig the poo out of the toilet, and then she throws it out the window and then just leaves the house. Now, the funny thing about this law is it popped up in one of my favorite TV shows, Colin from Accounts, just a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Fuck.
No. Oh! Oh no. Oh!
Sorry, everybody.
So Harriet Dyer's from Townsville and Patty Bramall is from Canberra. So clearly that high school law made it to Canberra and Townsville as well. So that one did the rounds. Did you hear that one at school? Did you remember hearing that one at school?
No. Ours, that seems kind of like I know that you mentioned sex in the story, like when it evolved a little bit, but ours were very sex adjacent.
Sex heavy?
Yeah.
Well, I have one more and then I want to hear, I've actually two more.
Go.
One that was pre mine. This is one that I found online that I thought was funny. And Richard Gere had to confirm that this was not true.
Pretty Woman, Richard Gere.
There was a pre-internet rumor that did the rounds at high schools that Richard Gere went to an emergency room because gerbils got stuck in his ass.
Yes, I've heard that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't like a gerbil in him. Okay.
No, he doesn't, and that was not real. And then one that I know made it to my school was that one of the boys got caught having sex with a sheep.
Oh, well, I feel like, maybe that is something I've heard of as well.
That might have originated in New Zealand or Ireland.
Yeah. I don't know why New Zealand get it like the sheep thing. I know there's a lot of sheep there, but also there's just as many sheep here. You know what I mean?
I think it's land size, Right. Because they're more spread out here. New Zealand's really small, so they look like they've got heaps.
Heaps, yeah.
Because there's not as much land size.
Yeah. But there's no rumours about us trying to fuck kangaroos. It just feels unfair.
Oh, I reckon there would be.
When you sent me this and you said we need to talk about it, I wrote down two that aren't like things that I've brought up anywhere else.
You've never told me these ones.
No, because we've talked in groups and stuff. We talked about high school law before, but I was like, I've just talked about the obvious ones. You know what I mean, like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
You'll get murdered if you go parking, that kind of stuff. Because there was a movie called Urban Legend. Do you remember it? Remember it? It had Joshua Jackson in it.
I don't remember what it was about, but yes, I remember.
It was basically all these urban legends and these kids died from it. And spoiler alert, there's always
Bloody Mary.
Yeah. So Bloody Mary was a big one. Say it 3 times in the mirror. She appears, you die, blah, blah, blah.
I was always too nervous. I wouldn't do it.
I'll tell you the least ridiculous one first.
Sure.
That girls in our high school, there was a guy who had a spa. He had a spa and a pool, right? He was a rich kid and he was
rich
from pretty well-to-do suburb. And he had a spa and the girls he jokingly said that he jerked off in the spa. I don't think he was joking. I think he did jerk himself off in the spa. It feels like something that he would do.
He definitely jerked himself off.
And the girls said, no, we can't get in the spa because we'll get pregnant. Yeah.
That feels oddly familiar.
Yeah.
And I wonder if something similar made it to our school. That feels oddly familiar.
And then there was a whole thing.
This is interesting too, because can you get pregnant like
Well, no.
I think you can.
No, I don't think so. The rumor at school was that sperm has to be kept at a specific temperature, and that's the same.
Classic kids.
And that's the same temperature as a spa, right? And they were like, if it's the same temperature as the spa, that means sperm can just live in there for ages. And then they can just go and find their way to the egg, and then that's it.
Because, technically, right, if even if you didn't have sex, but the sperm went in or around, you can still fall pregnant.
Sure.
So if the sperm is in the spa, the visual of sperm floating around in a spa is one of the worst visuals I've ever had.
I love like I love the thought that like girls, because I remember being at this, like it wasn't a party. It was like I guess it was kind of a party. It wasn't for any specific reason, but we were all over his house.
A gatho.
And
it was a
just a
gatho.
gathering. And I remember girls saying like, "Oh no, we can't get in the spa," and they didn't. They just like dangled their legs in the spa, and they wouldn't get in the spa because he said he jerked off in the spa.
Oh, I love it.
I love that being a
so
thing.
dumb in high school.
There was also, this is just a side note. This is not my other one that I think is perfect. But the other one was I was terrified that if I sat down on a public toilet seat, I was going to get crabs.
Yeah, what was it about? We were so scared of crabs.
Oh, terrified of crabs.
All like and just all STDs, which probably not a bad thing to be scared of
it's
STDs,
good, yeah.
but I think we thought like we would catch them a lot easier than they can be caught. Like you really thought you could catch them by
crabs,
not doing the sex thing.
Yeah, crabs is just lice, right? It's just lice. Isn't it just
I think it's
Anyway,
just lice.
there was a whole thing with like crabs went through the school and I never had crabs.
I know. Well, no, I don't think anyone we know has probably ever had crabs. But
Right.
like, I think I've got this memory coming back where girls, we're all suckered into the whole Brazilian get it all taken off.
Right.
Take it all off yourself or whatever. And I feel like there might have been a rumor that like you have to keep it all off because otherwise the crabs can get there
they've got
because they
something
like
to
the hair.
hold on to.
Yeah.
Wow, what great propaganda for the Brazilian waxing industry. That's
Yes.
excellent. That's excellent. Okay, the one that I want to leave you on. I want to say that I did believe this because it was so it was so talked about at school that I thought until maybe like into my late teens that I thought that this was a thing that could still happen. Yes, I'm educated. I didn't go all the way, as my boyfriend loves to point out all the time, that I didn't complete school. He loves saying that I didn't complete school. At the time, technically, legally, I did complete school.
Yes.
But
I don't know if you're allowed to drop out in year 10 anymore.
no, I don't think you're allowed to. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
So many tradies just missing out on 2 extra years.
Well, I think you can as a tradie if you're going to like a TAFE. I think you can
if
to
you
go
have
to a
an
TAFE.
apprenticeship
Yes.
like signed off on, but you can't
Yeah,
just go
no.
and work at Woolies.
No.
Okay.
Fuck. This is so dumb.
You're feeling really dumb right now.
Yeah.
You're so pretty. It doesn't matter.
Oh, thank you. I know you're just saying nice things because you want me to say the really
hair.
dumb
Look
thing.
at the pretty hair.
I don't know if you've ever heard this, but like generally monthly girls get their period, which in high school.
I have.
You've
Yes.
heard about it?
Yeah, I have heard that. Yes. You actually copped that from me this morning. You copped the bad week.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Just for everyone, she wasn't being mean to me. She was being mean to herself. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's
she was
bad
being
up
mean to
there.
it. She was
It's
being mean to
girls
herself.
get it.
But so you've heard about these periods. Great. Excellent. I thought.
I have heard about periods.
Yeah, I thought
yes.
as I'm the man, maybe I'm the only one who knows about them. Anyway, so when I was in high school, these
Well,
are the
I
things
can't
that I
wait.
knew about periods. These are the things that I knew about periods. They happen once a month.
Yes.
I knew that it was the lining and it
Yes.
sheds. And
job. Yes.
it happens over 1 day. 1 day per month, okay? Later
I
know.
wish it was one day.
later on in life, I find out from all of my different female friends that it ranges. We've got different flows. We've got different effects. We've got different things you can't eat at that time. We've got like how your body reacts to it, like, and how many days it lasts. Like, it's crazy. So I understand it. I understand why some women are mad at me, mostly because of who I am, but also because you've got stuff going on. And that's what I always say when I think, is it me or is stuff going on?
Is it a calendar month thing? Yes.
So, and a lot of times it's just me. But this one is fucking insane. There was a rumor at school, and again, I don't know who started it, but it was like the girls agreed, and it was like, yeah, this is absolutely a thing.
Right. So they were egging the boys on with something that was false.
Yes.
Great. I love it.
Yeah.
Go girls. Girl power.
Unless
Who
some
run the
medical
world.
professional is
Yes.
going to go, Wilko, you're absolutely right. And if you did, I would be like, fuck, for years now, I thought that it was not
I'm
true.
a man.
There was this rumor at school that if you had sex with a girl while she had her period, because when we were at school, the whole thing was girls couldn't have sex while they had their period. Like that was like very common. There's no way a girl could have sex while she was on her period. That was a fallacy that we had all leaned into. There was no way. Like, that's crazy. That's never going to happen.
And the reason was medically it was icky. So.
Yes, and that is a medical thing. It's gross, right, doctor? So we can't do it. But there were some couples in school who were a little bit more adventurous, and they decided to use a different door for their sexual pleasures. And yeah. So, and this is not, I know. There was two couples that I know, not like for sure, but they talked about it a lot. I know. They could have just said it.
Because high school kids
We just say things.
shit.
I know. And I was that dumb kid who was like, no, I haven't lost my virginity. And everyone was like, you've got to lose it. Like I should have just lied and said that I had. But I was just like, no, I haven't done it
Everyone
yet.
else was lying.
Yeah, I should have just lied. Here's the rumor. If anyone else has this in high school law, I'll fucking die. The rumor is if a girl's on her period and you have anal sex with her, she can still get pregnant because of the way channels change in the woman's body while she's
I've heard
having
that
her.
one.
Shut
I've
the
heard that
fuck
one.
up. Have you heard
Yeah,
that?
I've heard that one.
Shut the fuck
I've
up.
heard that one. I've heard that one. Yes.
For something that
But
happens.
I'm a girl with the bits, so I
Right.
knew it was not true.
Right.
But you obviously...
No, I was like, I was fully convinced until I was like 18, 19. Like I was fully convinced that when girls had their period, that during that time, if you had anal sex with that girl, that she could definitely get pregnant babies from the bum. Because of, you know, I don't know what I thought was going on in the body.
Totally different tracks.
I know, but in my dumb brain, and I did physical education. I did that. You know, maybe we need to do less condom on the banana, and we need to do more like, can you ever get pregnant from anal sex? The answer is absolutely fucking not. Doesn't matter what time of the month it is. But that was the thing, and I still feel shame about believing that so firmly.
Don't feel shame. Don't feel shame. Like, to be fair, like the physical education shit that we were taught was so basic.
So basic.
And they didn't really, like, they were just like, don't have sex and then you won't get pregnant. It's like, okay, cool. And especially if you go to like Christian schools like we did and Catholic
'cause you
schools
didn't have
like
sex, you
we
were
did.
stained.
Like, you just don't do it.
No.
I wouldn't feel too bad about that. I mean, guys, like, there are dudes who don't find out that we have 3 holes down there until they're like grown men. So, and they're like having sex with women. So at least you didn't actually want to have. Well, you were having sex with women, but you didn't want to be. So you weren't like trying to learn about their anatomy.
No.
Like
No,
I bet
no.
if you had a girlfriend and she was on her period, you were like, yes, fuck yeah. I don't have to have sex with
There
her
just
this week.
wasn't. There was, and look, I've said this before. When I was younger and I was figuring out exactly who I am, sex wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem because you're so young that everything's like, it's ready. You just do, you know what I mean? Because you don't know any better. You just know from what you've learned from American Pie, and that's, you know, you have sex with women and pies. There's no one else that you have sex with until you, yes. And until you like, you know, you have a guy who wants to hang out with you a little bit more
Awakens.
and then awakens something in you and
Awakens
you're
your
like,
experiences.
oh, that makes sense. That was a bad noise for me to
that's
make.
the
then.
noise he made as
yeah,
well.
that was a really bad noise for me to make. Okay, this is what I want to hear from people. High school law. Did you hear any of
High
these?
school
If you
law.
also, I can't believe, cause that you heard the fucking period baby up the bum. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
High school law in the comments. I want to know the thing that everyone at school
What got
believed.
around your school?
Oh, this is actually just a quick side note, because maybe we need to do something on school camps as well. But at a school camp, we all had a full-on meltdown. Like the hysteria took over the camp because there was a talent show, and the talent show did.
Don't give it away.
Okay. Do you want to do it?
We'll do another episode on school camps.
Okay. Great. Okay.
Because I've got a story from school camp that I
Great.
think will
Great.
mortify.
I'm writing school camps down, and we're doing it. It's on the list. We're really knocking some things off the list. All right, high school law in the comments below, and there's plenty more for you little wackadoos to watch right in front of you now.